Did you know that stress can actually shrink your brain? Yes, shrink like a cheap cotton shirt tossed in a dryer at high heat. And based on that fact, I suspect some of us are walking around with brains the size of a peanut. Now, stress management is a bit like trying to teach a cat to do your taxes. It sounds great in theory until you're left with shredded receipts and a very annoyed feline. But hey, at least you've got something to blame for your audit, right? Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, I had a friend. Let's call him Bob. Bob was a high-powered executive who believed that stress was a figment of the imagination, like unicorns or a satisfying ending to a popular fantasy TV series. Bob would say, "I don't have time for stress. I'm too busy making money and crushing my competition." Bob was a bit like a pressure cooker, always on the verge of blowing his top off. And then one day he did. He exploded in a board meeting over a minor typo in a report. Now Bob is a part-time yoga instructor who spends his days in a commune, weaving hemp sandals and chanting mantras. He's traded his Armani suits for tie-dye shirts and his penthouse for a yurt. And you know what? Bob is happier than he's ever been. The moral of the story, don't be like Bob. You don't have to have a meltdown in a board meeting to realize that stress management is important. But hey, if you enjoy the thrill of your blood pressure skyrocketing every time your phone buzzes with a new email, by all means, continue on this path. After all, nothing says living on the edge like teetering on the brink of a nervous breakdown, right? Think about it. If your brain shrinks enough, it might just leave enough room for some common sense to move in. So keep ignoring that stress. Keep telling yourself that you'll start meditating or doing yoga tomorrow. Because we all know that tomorrow is the magical land where 99% of all human productivity, motivation, and stress management is stored. So carry on, my friends, no need to change a thing. After all, who needs a brain the size of a walnut when you can have one the size of a peanut? Just remember, stress doesn't kill. Oh no, it just shrinks your brain, ruins your health, and sucks the joy out of life. But don't let that stop you. Keep calm and ignore stress, or don't. What do I care?